After taking our foot off the gas in December, it's time to hit the ground running and build some momentum in January. Do you notice that it's difficult to focus right now? That's because you took your foot off the gas in December. You keep checking social media and going to look for snacks. You're not lazy, you're not easily distracted. You've been conditioned. What's up YouTube, it's Ben. I wanted to make a video about discipline because it is the start of the year and I think it matters most now. I'm a big believer in momentum and I think if you can nail this January, it will set you up for a good year. I try not to think of the habits I'm building now affecting the rest of the month, but rather I think of them as shaping how my brain operates the rest of the year. In this video, I want to talk about discipline and how tiny habits are shaping your brain without you knowing. Use this energy you feel at the start of the year to set your standards. I find it a more sustainable approach to think of discipline as not forcing yourself or being hardcore. I find it more sustainable for discipline to be deemed as identity training. Due to sustaining a brain injury, I have a huge fascination in the brain, and I think it's so useful to think of certain practices like building discipline as rewiring or conditioning your brain. And the thing is, your brain doesn't respond to incredible or complex knowledge. It just responds to repetition through a process called neuroplasticity. I think last year, 2025, was a big year of awareness of my thoughts and what I'm doing. It made me consciously aware of my actions and what I was thinking, which influenced my mindset and behavior. Every small action that you take sends a signal to your brain. Like, I'm the type of person who checks social media when they feel a bit of resistance, or I'm the type of person who finishes what they start. I feel like my accident and injury happened for a reason because it has caused me to learn so much about the brain and it's fascinating. Okay, so yes, discipline is one of the most important factors in achieving success. However, the main thing influencing discipline is the brain and your mental environment. I have found that now that I'm aware that the brain influences discipline, I've stopped trying to cheat myself by going for the chocolate bar or checking social media because I know I can't cheat the brain. It's all conditioning, and whenever you think of things as conditioning, it gives you a clearer picture in what you should do and how you should behave. It's quite eye-opening because small indulgences in things escalate quickly. That is just the nature of the brain. But at the same time, if you find something very boring to start off with, over time your concentration should improve. Everything is conditioning. Have a growth mindset. Nothing is permanent. Things can improve. It's just a healthy way to think. I think the biggest distraction for me is social media. And I didn't realize it, but I know now that every time I check it, I'm weakening my ability to focus. If you keep your phone beside you and check social media, you can escape at any time, and it tells your brain that you can do that and that focus is optional. So I realized this last year and downloaded the app Opal. I think it's very good and makes you consciously aware of where your attention is being diverted to. Another thing that I've learned is that I don't think people are easily distracted. I think that's a label that people give themselves when they don't understand that concentration is conditioned. You're not lazy, you've just been conditioned to check social media when you feel discomfort. If you rehearse distraction, that is what you're gonna get. I think the whole practice of discipline and your focus can be facilitated by waking up early and starting the day positively. Mel Robbins talks about the Hot 15, which is what you do in the first 15 minutes of the day sort of dictates your mental well-being the rest of the day. So I believe by going for a walk or reading or journaling the first 15 minutes of the day puts your mind and specifically your brain in a better state to be disciplined. I do remember someone saying that you're disciplined in the morning and you're creative at night. I do think discipline wears off during the day, but you should always have a baseline in which you don't go under and avoid indulgences. Keep it at a set standard. And this month is a crucial time of the year. Motivation is high but consistency is low, And consistency is the thing that's going to condition your brain. Consistency is what's going to condition your brain to actually achieve your goals. So you need to take consistent action no matter what, even when motivation is low. Your brain doesn't change just by your intention to change. It changes through action and behaviour. I do think this is one of the most difficult times to build discipline. Coming out of December at this time of the year where I live, it's cold and dark, and maybe your eating habits aren't back to normal after the festive period. But that's why this window of opportunity is so powerful, because if you can build it now, you can sustain it for months. So personally, I'm deciding to focus on discipline for the first 6 months. I looked back at previous years and saw that times before accomplishing things were very disciplined. So it seems like the deciding factor in success. Certainly for me and certainly for other people as well. I've been pretty good in removing most cheap dopamine from my life, but certainly going forward it is an ongoing process. So it has to be revisited. And each time you train discipline, it's a muscle, it gets stronger. There's a big irony with discipline because it can come across as quite abrasive because it seems too hardcore and extreme. And the thing is, discipline looks restrictive, but it is actually the most freeing thing that you can do. When you're disciplined, you trust yourself, you trust the process, and you don't negotiate with your goals. And through doing that, all mental noise disappears. If you're disciplined and do what needs to be done first, freedom will follow. I found that in recovery from my accident, my injury required me to be very disciplined to see progress. I was extremely disciplined up to and including my year of completing university, and I truly don't believe I would have been able to graduate if I wasn't extremely disciplined. But after over 2 years of extreme discipline, I allowed myself to relax a little. The important thing is I'm consciously aware of when I take my foot off the gas, and I know what needs to be done to get back to where I need to be. So yeah, what I would want you to take from this video is to pay attention to your small habits. One quick check or tiny compromise. They seem very insignificant and very small, but they're votes. They're votes to the person you're becoming. Discipline isn't built in big dramatic moments each day. It's built quietly, daily, repeated actions. Be aware that you're conditioning your brain through your actions and freedom will follow. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Discipline equals freedom. Peace. I look